Welcome to the fifth part of mechanical properties of fluids. In this part, you will learn about types of fluid flow and equation of continuity. Fluid dynamics. The study of fluids in motion is called fluid dynamics. When a water tap is turned on slowly, the water flow is smooth initially but loses its smoothness when the speed of the outflow is increased. This you have seen generally in your daily life. In studying the motion of fluids, we will focus our attention on what is happening to various fluid particles at a particular point in space at a particular time. For this, firstly, we will study about the types of fluid flow. The first one is steady flow. The flow of the fluid is said to be steady if at any given point the velocity of each passing fluid particle remains constant in time. This doesn't mean that the velocity at different points in space is same. The velocity of a particular particle may change as it moves from one point to another. That is, at some other point, the particle may have a different velocity, but every other particle which passes the second point behaves exactly the same as the previous particle that has just passed that point. Each particle follows a smooth path and the paths of the particles do not cross each other. The path taken by a fluid particle under a steady flow is a streamline. As shown in the diagram, and it is a curve whose tangent at any point is in the direction of the fluid velocity at that point. Consider the path of a particle as shown. Here the curve describes how a fluid particle moves with time. The curve PQ is like a permanent map of fluid flow indicating how the fluid streams. And you can see that the direction can be given by the tangent at that particular point, as in the diagram is shown at 2 points P and Q. No two streamlines can cross because if they do so, an oncoming fluid particle can go either one way or the other and the flow would not be steady. How do we draw closely spaced streamlines? If we intend to show a streamline of every flowing particle, we would end up with a continuum of lines. Consider planes perpendicular to the direction of flow at 3 points P, R and Q as shown in the figure. The plane pieces are so chosen that their boundaries be determined by the same set of streamlines. This means that number of fluid particles crossing the surface as indicated at P, R and Q is same. Equation of continuity. Consider a tube of varying thickness as shown in the diagram. At one end, the area of cross section is A1 and at the another end, the area of cross section is A2. Velocity and density of the fluid at one end is V1 ρ1 and at another one V2 ρ2. Volume covered by the fluid in the small interval delta t across left cross-sectional area is A1 into V1 into delta t, because the distance traveled will be velocity into time. Similarly, for the second one, it will be A2 V2 delta t. Fluid inside is incompressible. That means volume of fluid doesn't change by applying pressure. That means the density will remain same. Now you know that mass is equals to density into volume. So mass at A1 cross-sectional area will be ρ1 into A1 into V1 into delta t. And similarly for the second point, it will be ρ2 A2 V2 delta t. So you can say that A1 V1 is equals to A2 V2, and this one is the equation of continuity. From equation of continuity, we can say that AV is equals to constant. That means if any liquid is flowing in streamline flow in a pipe of non-uniform cross-sectional area, then rate of flow of liquid across any cross-sectional will remain constant. Means volume flux or flow rate remains constant throughout the pipe. That means rate of flow of fluid of liquid is more if cross-sectional area is more, then the velocity will be less and vice versa. That means at narrower portions where the streamlines are closely spaced, velocity increases. This equation is also termed as conservation of mass of incompressible fluids. Steady flow is achieved at low flow speeds beyond a limiting value called critical speed. This flow loses steadiness and becomes turbulent. A fluid flow is said to be turbulent if the velocity of the particles vary at any point erratically. That means fluid particles are moving here and there. They are not moving in an organized manner. They all will have different velocities. As shown in the diagram, a jet of air striking a flat plate placed perpendicular to it, showing turbulent flow. Here, all the particles are moving here and there randomly.